Hello, everyone. Welcome to Phantom Chronicles, where we explore the darkest and most mysterious tales from around the world. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of America's most famous hauntings, the terrifying story of the Bell Witch. Picture this. It's the early 1800s in Adams, Tennessee, a quiet, rural town. The Bell family, led by John Bell, were respected and well-off farmers. Life on their 300-acre farm was peaceful until one night in 1817 when everything changed. It all began with strange noises. At first, the Bell family would hear faint knocking sounds on their walls and doors. They ignored it, thinking it was the wind or animals. But soon, the noises grew louder and more persistent. They began hearing chains being dragged across the floor, scratching sounds coming from inside the walls, and even disembodied voices whispering just beyond their reach. It didn't take long before the strange happenings turned physical. The children would wake up in the middle of the night to find their blankets pulled off their beds, sometimes yanked so forcefully that they'd fall to the floor. Furniture started moving on its own, and objects were thrown across the room by an invisible force. But the real terror began when John Bell's daughter, Betsy, became the target of the spirit's rage. The family started hearing a voice, an eerie, mocking voice, calling itself Kate. Kate seemed to have a personal vendetta against the Bells, especially Betsy. The poor girl was slapped, pinched, and had her hair pulled almost every night. Betsy wasn't just physically tormented. Kate seemed determined to break her emotionally, too. The spirit constantly taunted her about her engagement to a local boy named Joshua Gardner, telling Betsy she had to break off the relationship. Over time, the pressure became too much, and Betsy ended the engagement, as if she had no choice but to give in to the witch's demands. As for John Bell, the patriarch of the family, Kate's wrath was far more sinister. The spirit would often mock him, calling him Old Jack Bell in a voice full of contempt. But it wasn't just insults. John began to experience strange health problems. His throat would swell, and he struggled to swallow. Doctors couldn't find any cause, and his condition worsened. Kate made it clear that she intended to kill John Bell, and she seemed to take great pleasure in watching him suffer. The Bell family wasn't alone in their terror. Word spread throughout the community, and soon neighbors and even clergymen came to the Bell house to witness the strange events. Many of them heard the eerie voice of the spirit for themselves, and some even claimed to have seen objects move right before their eyes. Despite the growing attention, no one could offer any explanation or relief for the Bell family. The torment continued for years, until December 20th, 1820, when John Bell died under mysterious circumstances. Shortly before his death, John had found a strange vial of liquid near his bedside. No one knew where it came from. When John fell gravely ill, Kate gleefully claimed responsibility for his demise. She had finally fulfilled her promise to kill him. To prove it, the spirit instructed the family to give some of the liquid to the family's cat. Tragically, the cat died instantly. The death of John Bell marked the end of the haunting, though some say Kate returned years later to visit the remaining Bell family. To this day, no one knows for sure who or what the Bell Witch was. Some believe it was the vengeful spirit of a neighbor, while others think it was a dark entity from another world. Whatever it was, the story of the Bell Witch remains one of the most chilling supernatural legends in American history. Thanks for tuning in to Phantom Chronicles. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button to hear more spooky and mysterious tales.